I'm Dr. Matt Yeazel, and I'm a straight ally. One of the things that's very interesting about teaching psychology of men is that you run into students that have various beliefs about what they see and what they've heard and what they've been told over the years. And this is kind of the time where a lot of personal growth happens. And one of the key topics that we talk about in psychology of men is the struggle for men to have to go up against this idea of anti-femininity, the idea that there's a certain kind of social constructionist way of looking at what a male is and what a man is. And the critical part that happened in our situation is I had a student that was former military and came into my office and my office hours and said, look, one of the things I think I'm going to do for a paper that you're going to be doing is something about my issues that occurred with me kind of being forced out of the military through Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And he said, wow. I said, did that end up being the case? And he says, no, they honorably discharged me, but this was kind of the focus of it. So I said, yeah, I mean, I think that's a great idea. And he says, here's my concern. My concern is that there's a lot of people in that class that may not be understanding of that. We have had all sorts of discussions in the class with people of different opinions, things like that, and I'm not sure they might be ready for it. My statement to him was, even if they're not ready, if they're ready, whatever they are, it's time to do it. And he comes into class and he starts talking about it. And as much as we have discussions, there's a back and forth that happens, the class got quiet. And many of the students that actually had no experience with understanding what it's like to be a gay soldier heard him for the first time and heard what his story was. And I remember thinking, what's going to happen next? And what occurred was, they, after the quiet happened, a student in the back gets up and gives him a hug and says, thank you. And from that point, throughout the rest of the semester, there was this questions that students would have. There was this asking from him right before class, after class, about what it was like. And it was a real wonderful experience. It was an incredible experience because from that point, it was almost as if the students shared this epiphany. And from that point on, I still see a few of them and they say, gee, you know what, that was like the most important part of my life. And as a student, I felt now like I really got what college is about. I really got what life's about. And that's being open to other people and keeping in mind that we all come from different places. And now I can actually integrate that with my fellow students and my fellow community. And all of a sudden we had an incredible life experience that happened for them.